Hi, this is Adam from Syntrax Corporation, and today I'm going to be showing you StarQueryWeb. First, I'm going to go into the browser and type in the appropriate link. That's going to be usplay.syntrax.com. So this is a site for your testing at your convenient time. So I have created two different types of users, one being a report user, a user that's going to be creating reports in StarQueryWeb, and we have end user. The end user is just going to be able to view these reports created by the report user. So I'm going to go ahead and use report_user, type in the appropriate password, and here we have two different tabs, one being the administration. This is where we focus on creating the reports, and then the reports tab is the one displaying the actual reports assigned to this specific user. So for now we don't have any, but we're going to have some in a few minutes. So right now I'm going to go ahead and click on reports. We have a new tab, so I'm going to click on that to go ahead and start on creating this first report. And here we have select a map file. We only have one available for testing purposes, so that's the only one we're going to go ahead and click on. So I'm going to select it, press OK. Okay, now the map file is being loaded. And here we have a report name. We have to indicate a name, what type of report it is, whether it's a matrix, chart, table. I'm going to go ahead and show each one of these reports. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start with a table. Here we have the map file that's already selected, and we can also preview limited to a certain number of rows. So for now we're just going to leave this at default, and I'm going to go ahead and name this. So I'm going to call it most sales. So I want to retrieve the product that has the most number of orders being placed on it. So from here we can go ahead and save, or click on the next tab, which is designer. This is where we're going to indicate what columns to indicate. So here I'm going to start off with a product name, and just go ahead and choose my different columns. I also want the category name, and as you can see, as we're dropping them over in this column section, our data is being refreshed, and we can see the actual data in real time. Okay, so I'm going to keep on choosing more. So we're going to focus this on number of orders. I'm going to choose list price. And then finally, a total amount. So here we can see our report that's being created in real time. Next, the next tab is the security tab. So here we would select what users can view this report. So since a report user is creating this report, it's automatically selected. But we have the option of choosing other users. So for now I'm going to go ahead and choose the end user. And once I'm finished with all the three reports, I'm going to log in as the end user, and just so that you can see how it would be displayed as an end user. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click on save. I'm going to go ahead and close. And now here under reports, we can see that we have a report called most sales. I can just click on that, and our report is going to be displayed. So right now I have only chosen some columns, but I want to go ahead and get some sort of sorting by number of orders. I want the most orders at the top. We can also do some sorting on the currency. So we can do some basically sorting on data, on the headers, on the actual report. So now I'm going to go into reports again. And now we can see that there's one report in here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one report that I just created. And we can click on it so that we can make changes after it's been created. So this first general tab was already modified initially when I created the report. I'm going to go back into the designer tab and focus on the minor changes that I want to do. So I want to do some sorting on number of orders. We can go ahead and do that by right-clicking on the actual field here. We can go into data format. But for the sorting, I'm going to go ahead and do the sort type. Okay, so here I have the most number of orders at the top. If I scroll down, we can see that that's working. I'm going to go ahead and sort the data based on these two columns, the list price and the total, so that I get an actual currency. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click on the appropriate field, go to data format, customize, and indicate currency. I only want 2 decimals. As we can see, some of these have 4, even 6 decimals. So I'm going to press OK here. Now we can see a $sign and 2 decimal points. So I'm going to do that for the total as well. Choose currency. And here we can now see 2 decimal places. We also have more formatting over at the bottom to format the header. This would be a generic that would format the whole headers or all of the data instead of specific fields like I just did. We can also add attribute constraints, measure constraints. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do a basic report. So I'm going to go ahead and save. The report has been successfully saved. I'm going to go ahead and close, and we can go ahead and click on the report under the Reports tab and look at the final data. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the report section under the administration and go ahead and create a matrix report. So again, we got to select the map file. I'm going to go ahead and click OK on that. Okay, the map file is loaded. So I'm going to go ahead and call this sales by date. And here I want to go ahead and choose a matrix report. Again, I'm going to move over to the Designer tab and choose the appropriate fields. So under the columns, I guess I'll use the dates. So it'll be month. I'll put in the quarter and the year as well. For the measures, I'm going to go ahead and click on, we'll do both, number of orders. And total. So here we can see that we're actually getting some data now. Okay, for the rows, I want to go ahead and say, let's try the product category. Okay, so here we can see that we have the categories, then the number of orders for each category, the total, and we can see that it's broken down here. It's by year, and then we have by quarter, which is the third quarter here, and then this would be for the month of July. And we have a similar thing here for the next data over. This would be for August. Okay, and at the end we have the whole total values. Okay, so this is a matrix report. I'm not going to do any formatting on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and save. I saved it. Now I need to add the end user so that the end user can view this report. And I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay, now we can see two reports, one being matrix, the other one being type of table. So here I'm going to click on the sales by date, and we can see the actual report. Okay, lastly, I'm going to go ahead and go into the reports again and create a final report. This is going to be a chart. So once again, I'm going to be clicking on the map file. Okay, now that it's loaded, I'm going to choose report type chart and call this report yearly sales. Now I'm going to go ahead and design it. I'm going to go choose the year. Under categories, I'll choose category name, and then under values, I'll go ahead and choose the total. Okay, so we can see our report here for the year of 2001. We can see what sold the most in 2001, categories of bikes. Now I'm going to go into the security tab and choose the end user as well, so that the end user can view this report. I'm going to go ahead and save now, and then finally close. So now here we can see the three different types of reports, and we have a symbol right next to it indicating what type of report it is. So this is a chart, matrix, and then this is a table. So I'm going to click on the yearly sales report, and here we can see the result for that. Okay, so here we have the three different types of report. I'm going to go ahead and log off the report user, and I'm going to log in with the end user. Okay, the end user does not have the administration tab. This is the user just limited to just viewing the reports that are assigned to this user. So here we can just click on the reports, and again we'll be able to see just the final report. Here we have the matrix report. And the yearly sales. So I'm going to log this off. And once again, the link for this is usplay.simtrax.com. If you need a login, you can certainly reach out to your sales rep. If you're not a current customer, you can request a login by emailing support@simtrax.com. We'll send you a login and a password so that you can go ahead and test StarQueryWeb for yourself. Thank you and have a good day.